On this week's episode of Marketing O'Clock.
Move over, Crosby. Late entry, Search Max takes the title for Max of the Week.
We're channeling all of our energy into some possible speculated improvements coming to PMax. I would add 5,000 PMax negatives, and I would add 5,000 more.
All on today's show.
Wait till you see my face when I did that. I was dying inside.
Welcome, you are listening to Marketing O'Clock. Just stay tuned. Digital marketing news, but let's get specific. Digital ads, SEO and analytics, social media and more. Pretty much everything that'll make your website perform. With new shows every Friday. We give you the news with sass and puns and definitely hot takes. Thank you for tuning in. You know what time it is. It's officially Marketing O'Clock. Settle in, sit back, keep it locked.
Hey there, I'm Christine Zernheld.
AKA Shep.
I'm Jess Budd.
And I'm Greg Finn.
And it is officially Marketing O'Clock here on March 14th, 2025.
Guys, I am so excited because we have a wonderful sponsor this week. And it's just one of those products that isn't a product, it's a solution and it sells itself. So I just get excited for these reads because I don't have to do anything at all. It's my favorite thing. And it's AdsVisor.
AdsVisor.
And AdsVisor is a connector. They have their own GPT and it's so much more. There are some things that every marketer should be doing in 2025. And AdsVisor helps do all of those. You can connect to Facebook ads, Facebook Insights, Google Ads, Google Analytics, Google My Business, Instagram, Klaviyo, LinkedIn ads, LinkedIn company pages, MailChimp, Merchant Center, Microsoft, Bing, Pinterest ads, PPC ads, competitive intelligence. I can't even talk. Google Search Console, Shopify, Snapchat, TikTok, WooCommerce. Whatever you've got, you can integrate.
You sound like REM.
Leonard Bernstein.
Yeah, should you breathe? It's the end of... That's what that sounded like to you. Like the person.
You can get any piece of data that you want. And if you go on the yearly plan, it's just $24.99 a month. And if you're just like, hey, I want to test it out, give it a shot. $38.99 is the monthly charge just for a month-by-month basis. And you can probably upgrade. I'll talk to Goof for you. It's just a great service. Everybody talks about how to use AI to save time and to be better. People don't talk about the things that matter. With AdsVisor, you can connect, you can get all your data into Sheets. You can get all your data into Looker Studio Report. You can save time. You can create better reporting. You can become a better partner to your clients. If you're in-house, you can make reports that make you look like a superstar for your boss and you save time and you don't have to make every single static report every single week with AdsVisor. And you might be saying, oh my gosh, I don't know. I've never made a template before. Well, you can take that excuse and throw it in the garbage. I'm going to be PC here because this is an ad read. Because you can go over to AdsVisor and you can find a Facebook ads template. You just hook it together. A Google ads template, a TikTok template, Microsoft, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest. I'm not going to keep going on the templates there, but you need to take 2025 into your own hands and at the very minimum, get better data, get better insights. That's what everybody wants is insights. And you can do it with AdsVisor. It's just a phenomenal solution. Forget ChatGPT. Make better reports, save time, and make yourself look like a superstar. AdsVisor.com, AdsVisor.com, ADZVISER.com.
Getting into the news here. Advertisers rejoice. We have fabulous news for you this week. Ginny Marvin tweeted on Tuesday this week, I believe, maybe Monday, and said, we recently announced the ability to add up to 100 negative keywords to your PMax campaign in Google Ads, which is rolling out. And we heard your feedback loud and clear that while negative keywords are welcome, the cap of 100 felt too restrictive. As a result, we're raising the threshold to 10,000 negative keywords per PMax campaign, which aligns with search campaigns. The update is rolling out to all PMax advertisers in the next couple of weeks. I was so excited about this news. 100 was way too restrictive. Like if you just want to do the exact match of your brand and then like free or other random things that you see come up in your search campaigns, we have account level lists with 2,000 plus words, even for smaller accounts. So I was so excited to hear this. Thank you, Ginny.
Can I, give them kudos for this? And I'm going to give more kudos on LinkedIn. Follow me at Greg Finn or Cypress North. I'm going to have a blog post up for Monday. Can I ask for one more thing, though? I'm not done asking for things from PMax. I want negative keyword lists.
Well, are you baiting me?
No, are there negative keyword lists? I didn't see that.
Yeah, at the end of the announcement, she says we also have more support for negative keyword lists in PMax later this year.
Yes!
As always, thank you for your feedback as we continue to evolve PMax to drive performance. You always got to read all of her posts because it was like the other announcement where she hid in the mobile targeting for PMax beta at the bottom. Like the best stuff is always at the end.
But that's coming later this year.
Yes,
She said.
not
So we
out
don't have
yet.
that
And she didn't fully say it will be here. It was like a tease, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. And Jenny's like, as always, thank you for your feedback. No, thank you, Jenny.
Yeah.
We need this.
Thank you so much. This is like why she has her job. I thank you. And I'm sorry we yell at you all the time. They also note that the cap is aimed to ensure the system has the flexibility to achieve your campaign's goals while providing additional control. With this increase, we still strongly recommend using negative keywords judiciously, keeping match type behavior in mind so as not to limit the system's ability to find valued conversions and monitoring performance as you add negative keywords. Some of my accounts, I'm being like a little trepidatious about it and just doing like absolute no's at first before I just copy and paste my whole account negative list. Because I know PMax can be, I'm like superstitious about touching PMax sometimes, but fabulous news. And even better, I have been really complaining for a long time about the rollout of negative keywords for PMax because it wasn't in any accounts that weren't a part of the beta. That changed this week. We don't have it everywhere, but if you didn't have it before and you haven't checked this week, make sure you check. We got it in multiple accounts this week.
Shep, where would people go if they don't know where negative keywords would be in PMax?
You treat it like a search campaign. So it's under that keyword targeting tab.
Do you think there's a good video that could explain it?
I need to I made a tutorial on negative keywords for PMax, but I whined about the 100 limit. So I got to go back and
you could just update the description.
Yeah.
People survive.
Yeah, but that is on our YouTube channel. So
at Marketing O'Clock on YouTube. Okay, off of that fantastic Max news, PMax news, we've got some other, I'd say, questionable news with Search Max. PPC Newsfeed has seen the beta for Search Max expand into more accounts, and there are a bunch of screenshots over there, and there's an article on Search Engine Land as well if you want more. This has search term matching, where you can have Google expand existing keywords and match types to find new searches that are relevant to landing pages, headlines, and descriptions, and also site links. I'm going to call that a site link. A headline is now a site link, so they could just add site link in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, but that's just a joke from 2 weeks ago. And then you can have text and URL optimization similar to PMax. And this will allow Google to choose the most relevant landing pages along with matching headlines and descriptions for you. I feel like they're going to announce this at GML, and they've just been like doing some testing, and that's why people are seeing it. I don't really love this at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just put Max after something and make it good.
I would rather have, I was thinking about this week, teasing news that's coming in a minute, like placement control in PMax and be able to turn off everything but search in a PMax campaign and treat it like a DSA with a page feed.
Why wouldn't you make this a Performance Max campaign that instead of a product feed only or a page feed, it's search only?
Mm-hmm.
That would make all the sense in the world. It'd be similar to what they're doing with Demand Gen, where it didn't have you didn't have any options previously, and now we saw those previews where you can say I want to be on display or shorts or just YouTube non-shorts. Like, why would you make an all new campaign type? I don't get it.
And that's how I picture this working. It's like a broader than broad match type. Isn't that just a search theme?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can choose whatever landing page you want if you enable it and whatever ad copy. So broad plus, I'd say.
You can't just put a plus after something and make it good.
That
you
never
could
works.
with broad match modified.
And you could if you're Meta.
and doesn't work for any streaming service. But yeah, I don't know why this exists. This should be Performance Max Search.
They still have time to change the name at least.
They do.
There are some other screenshots where you can have text. I know we talked about text and URL optimization on it. There's also a thing you can opt into that says underneath search term matching, expand your keywords to match new search terms. So I would assume if you unclick that, it doesn't expand the keywords, which at least is nice. I still don't understand why we need this. And then this new screenshot that we hadn't seen before underneath text and URL optimization shows that you can have automatically created assets turned off and then final URL turned off, which I think is huge because especially when you're running search campaigns, you may want to send people to a product detail page or something that converts really well from a quality standpoint that just might get less clicks or it might not be ideal. So I like the fact they have some of those options from PMax and SearchMax. I think it could just be a different flavor of PMax.
I'm excited to hear what they say about it at GML.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Hopefully they have something to say about this next one too. Shep, you just alluded to it. There's been a lot of buzz around this one, but if you haven't heard, word on the street is that Google is testing channel reporting in PMax. Evidence suggests this is true. Some people have said that they've seen it in large accounts. There was some documentation that was shared by Kirk Williams, but that tweet on X has since been deleted, so I can't confirm. And then even a screenshot was shared from a presentation at the Google Think event showcasing it. And I have the world's best eyes, as you know. I can't really see, though, what is in this report, but I see the words channel reporting crystal clear. So they are talking about this with PMax. They're saying increased transparency and controls for Performance Max and Demand Gen. And the first bullet on this slide is channel reporting. Ginny's been quiet about this too. The news is almost a week old at this point. I still haven't seen anything from her, so maybe Google's just not ready to talk about it. But we are. So say this rolls out wide. It is helpful to see a breakdown of where your ads are showing and spending. I don't know what the other insights will be. Everyone talking about this just says it's like budget allocation by channel. But I don't know if anybody knows that or if that's just how they're like guessing.
Yeah.
I know, Shep, you wanted to break out
I would just
so
love
that
to
you
see
could
conversions.
Yeah. Conversions would be great. My theory with that, though, is if you see that like search is performing really well and then the rest of them are just bleeding money, then you just go back to traditional search campaigns. So maybe they'll never show that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to see spend by search term or search category. I think it is criminal that you can see the amount of conversions, the amount of impressions, the amount of clicks by, what is it called again? Search category?
Search term insights.
Yeah, but I think it's a search category that you can see.
That sounds right.
But you can't see how much you spent on that. And there's no way to pull it. So I just hope you can see like where you're actually spending and not just conversions, clicks, impressions like we see now. And then the other thing is I get you can do channel reporting. I can't do anything about it.
Right.
Yeah.
If you
I
can't
can't do
do
anything
anything
about
with
it.
the information.
I'm just like,
yeah.
why are we spending here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not working.
That's why they're not talking about it, though. Maybe changes are going to be coming. You'll be able to do some things. Channel exclusions, Shep, I know you said you wanted. If you can't, I don't know. It's like nice to have transparency, but actionable insights, to your point, Greg, would be helpful.
And something else that is very, very helpful, I have to say, is the power of this community. Just the sheer power of this community coming together, sticking by your guns. Barry Schwartz over at Search Engine Roundtable had the title of an article called Google Drops the Horrid Page Annotations Feature.
And he doesn't always give a take.
No, he doesn't always give a take. He has no
Here.
emotions, no feelings. But he felt with page
Horrid.
annotations. Horrid. And in case you are new to the show, Google announced a new program or service or feature for iOS users using the Google app. And what it would do is it would inject a link onto a publisher page that the publisher didn't place by themselves, and it would take the reader off to a new Google search. I said it was one of the worst changes I've ever seen. We went ahead and we made a change.org petition and rallied the community around behind this because this is just so egregious that you would take people off of a publisher to Google without them putting that link on there. And it's gone. No more.
You
And
should be proud. Are you proud?
I'm very
You
proud.
kind of spearheaded that.
That
You
was
totally
your petition.
spearheaded that. Yeah.
I know. And I asked Barry for credit and he wouldn't give me credit.
What?
Yeah. He said, I'll put credit in at the end. And he didn't.
He didn't. I looked.
No. I am really proud, to be able to stand up to things. It's nice being your own boss. It's because you just do what you want. You know what I mean? Be like, oh, I don't care if it was our Google Premier partner. You already took it away from us. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because we spoke up.
You didn't get it again this year, by the way, right?
I don't make people take the test.
Everyone was talking about it last week on social
we don't
media.
we don't have enough people taking that dumb test. I just feel like it's such a waste of time.
And I'd rather do work.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That would be what makes a good partner. But hey.
But we have done 3 petitions in how many years have we done this? 8 years of Marketing Clack?
6 plus, we say.
We have had 3 petitions, and we are 2-0-1 on those petitions. We got the search partners changed. Google page annotations got changed. And then we lobbied for getting more of our keywords back. We didn't get them all back, but they gave a lot more back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call that a tie.
I call it a
not loss. I can't give that a win.
No.
But it's not a loss because it gave way more back.
Yeah.
But
Good for you, man.
Great job.
well, it's us. It's the it's the listeners and everybody supporting this. Like, I feel like we only dig our heels in when it is 100% warranted. I know I can be dramatic sometimes, but when things really matter and things are going to be very detrimental, not just for publishers, but for the entire ecosystem of the internet. Like,
And also Google. Why would someone use the Google app if that's what it did?
that is always, there was never any positive for anyone outside of Google. And that's where we draw the line. So great job, guys.
And now for this week's
Cool tool.
As a reminder, our Cool Tool segment is not an official endorsement or paid mention. We're simply sharing something we found in our travels that may be of use to our listeners and is really, really cool. This week's Cool Tool should make SEOs say SE, whoa. And I don't think I've said that before. It is the Freshness Distance Calculator from Darren Shaw. Simply put, it will analyze the SERPs and tell you how often you should be updating your content if you want to rank in those search results. So this is great for things like best of lists. The example they gave in their demo is best laptops 2025. Maybe you wrote this article a few months ago, but could or should you have to update that to stay in the top results? So you could just Google it yourself and look at the published dates of what's ranking, or you could use the Freshness Distance Calculator. You pop in a relevant search query and the tool does all the work for you. It'll give you the average distance of freshness, how old the newest and oldest content is that is ranking for that term. So you can kind of gauge, there is way fresher content on this. Maybe I need to make mine better. Bonus points for the fact that this tool is built like an old school video game if you want to have a little fun with your day. It's fun to use, it's useful, and it is free. So as always, we will have the link in our newsletter as well as on Discord. Pick your poison and check it out. Now it's time for this week's Take of the Week. This is a #fire digital marketing take with extra spice served up for you. We simply deliver the take for your consumption. We give no opinions, we don't influence, you make the call.
This week's Take of the Week comes from the one, the only Mike Ryan at Mike Ryan Retail on Twitter X and Mike Ryan on LinkedIn. Mike had a tweet back in January 20th, 2025. This included a screenshot of all of our faces.
It was not a good hair day for me, and I'm appalled.
We all look really.
I was learning
our
how to
best.
use my heatless curlers. It is peak Hermione Granger. Thank you, Mike.
Hermione or Hermione?
Hermione.
Hermione. I still don't know. Reading the books, you
It's-
don't know how to pronounce things. I
Well, watch the movie.
have to read the books
Not
first.
me. Not Hermione. You.
What's the guy's name?
Dumbledore.
Curmudgeon?
It's Ron.
Oh, Weasley.
It's you who has to go on.
I don't know.
You've never seen
I've only read the books.
It's the best TikTok clip of all time of this girl doing all the different voices in her bedroom. And there's like Bravo on behind her on the TV. And she does all of them spot on. She's
check-
Ron, Harry, and Hermione.
No! Ron, no! What is it? He's going to sacrifice himself. No, you can't! There must be another way! Do you want to stop Snape from getting that stone or not?
Harry Potter sucks.
I stopped at like book 2.5, so I have no idea what you guys are doing.
Okay, well, that was Mike Ryan's Take of the Week. What he actually said was, Greg Finn says, quote, search campaigns are search campaigns and PMax is PMax, end quote, ... But as we all know, search campaigns are search max and PMax is PMax.
You really said that?
I said search campaigns are search campaigns.
Oh.
And Mike said, no, search campaigns are search max.
Is this when search max testing was already, or did he make
There's
up
like
the
a-
rule?
There was like a little thing we saw about it, but
At
he-
the time, I like thought I was being pranked. Like,
This is
search
2
max?
months ago. That's a long time ago. Yeah. Now it's time for this week's Pew Pew Lightning Round. At this point in the show, we split up our content into 3 parts: paid, organic, and social. Okay, before we get back into the news, I just want to talk a little bit more about this week's sponsor, AdsVisor.
AdsVisor, AdsVisor.
As you heard Greg mention earlier, one of its many connectors is MailChimp. And if you're doing any kind of lead gen or even e-commerce, you're probably, or at least should be, doing some email marketing as part of your overall strategy.
Do you want me to reread through all of them again?
I think we got it. Yeah. What good is any tactic without data to back it up? This is where AdsVisor can help. It'll pull your MailChimp data right into your reporting tools. Again, it has 3 destinations, Google Sheets, Looker Studio, or ChatGPT. For starters, AdsVisor supports over 60 different metrics, including unique opens, subscriber clicks, unsubscriber rate, forwards, total orders, so many more. I am not going to list them all.
Total revenue you can do too?
Total revenue, total spent.
That's amazing.
There's a heck ton. 64, I believe. And you can then break those metrics down 90 different ways.
Did you say 9?
90.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot. Just a few. List, campaign name, contact city, language. There's a million things you can do with this.
90.
90 times 64, whatever that math is, it's a lot, people. And MailChimp, again, is just one of the many connectors that AdsVisor supports. The best part is you can tie in as many accounts as you need from a data source. There are no limits there. You can make sure your reporting is delivering the insights you actually need. It's truly amazing how much you can do with this thing for as little as $24.99 a month. And if you don't believe me, you can get a 14-day trial for just 99 cents. You should do that. So head on over to adsvisor.com. That's ADZVISER.com to learn more about this fabulous tool.
First up in the paid universe this week, I thought this was part of the original announcement about AI mode, but I guess Google needed to clarify. They confirmed to Adweek they will, quote, explore bringing ads into the new AI mode search experience. The company will use lessons from ads already running in AI overviews to inform its approach. What have they learned? There have been no ads in AI overviews.
I thought I was losing my mind when I read this Adweek article.
And why wouldn't they put ads in there? They're just not going to make any money off of AI mode? Well,
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
There's the news.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Of course you're going to have ads, but the author of this article is very adamant that there are ads and AI overviews on mobile.
Nope.
I'm very
Haven't
adamant
seen
there's
any.
not.
We would know.
Yeah, and in my Celebrate or Sell a Hate this past week, I'm like, yeah, they're saying like there will be ads there. It's like saying I'm going to clone a Bigfoot from a Yeti. I've yet to see the Yeti, but good luck with the Bigfoot.
Oh, God. Next up here, Google Ads sent out emails on Monday saying that Google Tag Manager will automatically load the Google tag starting April 2025. So it says, quote, containers with Google Ads and floodlight tags will automatically load a Google tag first before sending events. This small change improves the reliability of your Google Ads tracking and will not harm measurement of performance. For many users, it will increase the volume of measurement data. So Barry rounded up some comments of people who are skeptical about this change. Anthony Higman says it looks like their way around enhanced conversion tracking. Corey Kohler, PPC Greg's brother, said, I've read it a few times and it seems harmless, which makes me wonder if something's up.
Love that.
Is he my cousin then?
Oh, yeah, probably. Govind Panwar said, why is Google pushing enhanced conversion so aggressively? It's making me wonder if something's off. And Ephraim Torres says, I'm almost positive they are trying to get ahead of the forced Google Chrome sale as well. So only time will tell. Google is expanding message assets or message extensions to PMax. So lead gen people, you can have that form that will load instantly in the SERPs and you can get some really low quality form submissions without ever clicking through to your website.
Awesome.
Thank
Sign me up.
goodness.
Arpan Banerjee, by way of Adrian Decker, let us know that YouTube shopping affiliate programs started rolling out in Merchant Center. So there are dedicated pages for creators, lists, commissions, and etc. in Merchant Center if you want to check that out. Skinny jeans from Greg last week are not going to be for sale.
I got a good response. I could have sold a lot of skinny jeans. People just love
Couldn't
the
even
calves.
see your jeans.
People love
You
the
tried.
calves.
You couldn't do it.
I've got big calves for some reason. Trying to get those jeans off sucked.
I do too. Boots are tough.
Mm.
It's tough out there.
Big Calf Club Unite.
BCC?
As long as it's not BBC, we're good.
What's BBC?
The British Broadcasting
Yeah, exactly.
Company.
BBL. Okay, next up here. Arpan and Adrian also brought us news about new shopping ad formats that they spotted in the SERPs. So these are leather bags, and there are 2 different carousel-like shopping ads for 2 different retailers. And when you swipe on the carousel, the image gets bigger. It's on mobile. Barry Schwartz dubbed it an expandable shopping ad carousel. I feel like he's named many things that.
He names everything the same thing.
Just
He
calls
could go
it what
work.
it is.
He could go work for Google. He'd be great there. I know he'd want to.
Shopping
think?
Carousel Max.
Ooh. What do you think of these bags, Greg?
Well, first up, I covered this on It's New with Barry and Morty and Anu. And I said, they asked, hey, do you have one of these man purses? That's what they said. And I said, no, I have a briefcase with handles and a strap.
These are briefcases too.
These are not
That one
briefcases.
is. That one is.
So one of the things in the example is definitely a duffel bag. The other one is not a duffel bag if you look at it. Would you?
I see one briefcase.
I see no briefcases. A briefcase you put like
This is what I
cash
have.
in.
I have to carry a computer. I have to carry a charger. And they have other things to be able to connect if I'm in person to a HDMI or have different outputs. What would you call this?
I would call it a briefcase.
I call it a man purse. It's got a crossbody strap.
What
It's not
else?
hard. There's no combination on it.
I feel bad for men. Like, what else are you supposed to do? My husband uses a backpack. You could say that's like unprofessional.
Yeah. It's a
Jason-
tote
Or you
bag.
bring a briefcase in, it's called a merce. You
They
know?
said it was a
tote bag.
man bag.
Yeah, man purse.
It's a briefcase.
It's not a briefcase. Have you ever seen movies where they like pop a thing
That's-
open and there's cash? That's a briefcase. Or
That's what I
drugs.
told him. I'm like, fine, I'll get one of those ones with the locks on it, you jerks.
You
Is
would
that-
look stupid with that.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have an old-fashioned one with a lock on it.
What do Barry and Morty do? Backpacks?
Barry does a backpack. More. Who
You
knows
can't go
what
to a
one-
client meeting with your laptop in a backpack.
I did it for
I-
years.
I don't know. I didn't think. I thought that was as briefcase as a briefcase can briefcase. But they said it's a man purse.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry. You're just relentlessly bullied on that show.
I just,
know.
you know what? Serves you right. It's so hard for women most times. We can carry whatever bag we want.
Well, if
You
you're
can't.
on YouTube, pop off in the comments. Tell me if you think that is a briefcase or a man purse. Because I don't know what a briefcase is, other than literally the one that you use to make explosive devices with.
That's the one.
Or carry cash. I want to talk about duffel bags too. Like, why would you ever buy one in the year? Can you imagine
Jim,
bringing
own the
a
gym.
duffel bag all over the airport?
Why would you have a leather duffel bag? What kind of a creep are you?
That is
Me-
weird.
I'm talking about what? These are the bags on here. I didn't think of a leather duffel bag. I
No,
thought
no, no.
4 wheels rolly bag.
I didn't even know you could make a duffel bag that's leather.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
I don't. That's what I'm saying.
It's duffel bags for a gym.
You just want to prove that you can carry it.
I
all
have a
over
gym
the
duffel
airport?
bag. It's very helpful.
Okay.
Big gym guy.
Got another merce.
It's not a merce. It's a duffel bag. I put sneakers in it. You can't put sneakers in a merce.
You could put sneakers in a briefcase.
Because I am a member of 3 gyms. It's very important to have a duffel bag.
Do you have a different duffel for each gym?
Sounds like a band.
No, I have the same
3
duffel
gyms.
bag. 3 gyms and 1 duffel.
Next up, also from Search Engine Roundtable, there is a new shopping ads feature where there is a price listed in the product listing, but then there's also a little thing that says price at checkout.
So
When-
dumb.
Like, they give everyone a hard time and like disapprove their ads if there's any kind of a price discrepancy or no price on the product.
I don't know why this exists. That's what I would imagine. It's the 135's crossed out. This is either a sale price or a promotion price. We don't need price at checkout. They are so strict, to Shop's point. You can't slip like an extra $1 off of a product in Merchant Center and have it be approved. It will find it and it will shut it down. And to me, it looks like everything that doesn't say price in checkout might not be the price in checkout, which is bad for everybody else.
It's also replacing the review in this listing. I'd rather have a product review and see the price.
This is so dumb. It's undercutting how good they are at making sure you cannot sneak a bad price into Google Merchant Center.
Barry Schwartz also reported this week that Google has updated its Google Ads review process policy documentation to clarify that it uses both AI and human evaluation for removing ads, assets, destinations, accounts, and other content that goes against the Google Ads policies. The only surprising part of that sentence is that they use humans at all. Of course they're using AI.
Yeah, I mean, and as advertisers, we probably want that to happen so that things are more timely, but we probably also want it to be more accurate. I would also like to hear about how they're using it in the appeal process. as well.
AI in the appeal
Yeah.
process. They
Because
shouldn't be able to.
well, they should help out on that, because if it disapproves something, if you ask Gemini a question and it gets it wrong, it'll say all the time, "Oh, I'm sorry, I understand what you're saying now. You are correct. The actual answer is this." Like, that's what I want in the appeal process.
I would like a human sometimes. It would be
Agreed.
helpful. This is a fun one. When you try to dismiss a recommendation in Google Ads, you could now get another recommendation to create an experiment for the recommendation. So this person's trying to dismiss ad broad match keywords, and it gets this CTA that says, alternatively, you can apply this recommendation to your top campaign as an experiment to evaluate how broad match will affect your campaign's performance. And then you can create an experiment with one click. Or you could say, I will do it later. I don't think this will improve performance, or this isn't relevant to my business. So now it's going to take more clicks to dismiss.
Can I give you a hot take? I wouldn't mind if you said you get that the experiment option if you say I don't have enough time or something. If that's the answer you give, if you say it's not relevant for my business, don't give me that.
Yeah.
But I think if you're like, I'm not confident or I don't have enough time or something like that, and they say, hey, I can give you this experiment, I don't hate that.
Do
But-
it later, or
No, I don't hate the fact if you're trying to dismiss it saying, I don't have, I forget the exact dismissals. I just hit whatever and get out of there.
yeah.
I usually hit not relevant to my business, so I get less of them. But if you're like, hey, I'm not sure that this will work for my business or something like that, and they're like, well, do you want to do an experiment? I don't hate that.
Yeah.
But if you're like, this is not relevant to my business,
And
do
that-
not show it.
Right.
Do not show it.
PPC Greg let us know that negative keyword conflicts are looking a little different in accounts. He says in addition to showing campaigns as a source, it now also shows the specific negative keyword list and the number of campaigns that it impacts. So that'll be handy. Next up, Harrison Jack Hepp shared an interesting case study about a B2B client that used demand gen campaigns to boost mid-funnel lead generation and drove a 20% increase in SQLs. He said that as an offer, the client built a quiz that allowed users to estimate their cost savings by implementing their software solutions. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting case study because I think demand gen can be really tricky for lead gen. So I guess you just got to go up the funnel there. Next, we have Meta Ads Corner. So first up here, Remy Carosa has an article about how to prevent Meta Ads restrictions on health and wellness campaigns. I just love the little intro. He said, in the past few months, I've seen a lot of confusion around Meta Ads, health restrictions, frightened health marketers, and scare tactics from some uncool people.
So polite. I would have said jerks,
You would have said bad marketers.
rotten apples.
Remy is breaking down the new health restrictions and says Meta provides all the information you need, but it's scattered. And then he does his best to summarize all of it in this article. So it's a great resource if you need to know how the restrictions work, who's impacted by the restrictions, and solutions and workarounds if you are impacted. So be sure to check that out on Search Engine Land. Also, we have the Brom Vander Corner here with new Meta Ads updates and features from the week. First, target frequency controls are now available for ad sets using reach or through play as a performance goal. Meta now publishes all release notes for managed Meta accounts, which allow you to access Meta business tools without needing a personal Facebook account. He also says when you choose to use an existing post to create a new ad, Meta may suggest an Instagram post to select. When the new lead sales campaign setup experience is available for your ad account, you will no longer be able to use the ad set budget option. Finally, you can create a new lead ad in Meta Ads Manager, and you can now enable the chat with leads feature to follow up with those leads. So if you want step-by-step guides on how to do any of those new things in Meta Ads, make sure you're following Brom on LinkedIn, Brom Vanderhalen, and subscribing to his newsletter. What is happening in organic?
All right. First up from Spark Toro by way of Search Engine Land. Google Search is 373 times bigger than ChatGPT search. As we found out last week, Google has 5 trillion queries a year, which breaks down to 14 billion searches a day. Apparently, ChatGPT has 1 billion messages a day, but only 30% have search-like intent behind it. So that's why it's 373x the number. Some additional stuff that came out of the study is that when you look at the market share, according to StatCounter and Datos, which is a SEMrush company, Google has a 93.5% market share. Bing is a 4. Yahoo somehow is a 1.35. And ChatGPT is 0.25.
You forgot about DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo is 0.73%.
Everyone forgets about DuckDuckGo.
Not my mother. Last night, she had my 7-month-old on her lap who was like clawing at the phone. And my mom's like, I'm just going to open up DuckDuckGo and let her go. I was like, you're going to what? The things that she searched for, like she was just typing whatever and things about Vikings came up. I don't know.
Oh,
But my mom's a big user.
Just hit the little flame button and it all goes away.
She's probably making up this entire 0.73%.
Okay, additional news from Google and YouTube. They are announcing Premium Lite.
Oh.
So YouTube used to have YouTube Red, which was a very poorly named solution. They changed it to Premium. Now there's Premium and there's Premium Lite. If you think you might have heard of Premium Lite before, it's because you have. It was initially announced back in 2021 over in the EU, where they would have less ads, and people were kind of upset about that. It was then discontinued in 2023, and then it was also re-announced in 2024 in Australia, Germany, and Thailand as Premium Lite, and this is now coming to the US. They didn't say any other locations. The main thing was US, first sentence in the announcement. And Renee Ritchie, the YouTube liaison, worst liaison out of all the liaisons, I gotta say. Hard to watch.
I
Not
thought
good
there
on
was
camera.
a different YouTube liaison. Is she new?
Oh no, it used to be that guy Matt Koval. He was great.
Yeah.
Renee Ritchie is just it comes off as conceited. to me.
Not to speak ill of Renee, but the YouTube liaison should be the most dynamic. Like they should just hire an actress.
100%. Hard to watch this video, but Renee had somebody else on. I forget her name, but Tables, throw that clip in here of them explaining the difference between YouTube Premium Lite, and YouTube Premium.
Uninterrupted, ad-free, and then if you want premium, if you want the premium with downloading and backgrounding and music, then that's the other offering.
So I just think it's a bad sign when you have to say premium multiple times in the same sentence.
I've never heard the word uttered so many times.
Yeah.
Also, you can't be premium and light at the same time. It's an oxymoron. Right? Call it something different.
I don't even know what they would begin to call it. Like YouTube, which should be the normal YouTube. No, so
That's a
Premium
long
Lite
name.
is the one without ads.
No,
No, premium
mostly without ads.
has no ads on anything. Premium Light will be able to have less ads, very limited ads on beauty, creator content, things of that nature. There will be ads on music with Premium Lite. Premium, you can download videos. There are no ads.
And they said background play, which makes me think you could close the app.
You cannot with Premium Lite.
Yeah.
But you can with Premium.
Premium. And so with Premium Lite, they're like, you can now consume more content like your favorite podcast, to which I would disagree with, because if I'm listening to an audio version of something on my phone, I may want to have that screen closed on it.
Mm-hmm.
In
I'm in
your
a-
car?
Right.
Yeah.
You cannot do that with Premium Lite. You can only do it with Premium Squared.
It should be free. YouTube has that. More people would use it and they would make more money.
Yeah, if you could just close the screen. Yeah.
So stupid.
It's like a $5 price difference a month, right? Between
So
the
this
two?
is $7.99.
What's premium squared?
I thought it was 13 something.
Yeah. So I don't know my math there, but yeah, $5.
You just get less ads. But then I am also like, where does that money going to? Is it just going to Google? Are they I didn't see anything about a payout to creators because now there's less ads. If at any point they take away the ability for creators to actually monetize their videos with a wonderful sponsor like AdsVisor, That would be huge, because then where does that money go to?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's $13.99 a month for YouTube Premium and $7.99 for Premium Lite. I don't get it how you still, with a Premium Lite version, cannot consume podcasts. Well, the comments were great. I'm just going to read a couple of select comments that were the most upvoted. Premium is not the best value. Not while shorts are forced into the feeds, yet you ignore it week after week. From Embry Art. Please either get rid of shorts or give us the option to remove shorts from our homepage, like a disable button that we could choose to turn on or off. Zero Brain says, I would pay to get rid of shorts. Gina AGFX said, there should be an option of removing shorts from the home feed and YouTube Premium.
Some hate for shorts there.
Going well over there, YouTube. All right, and there was an update on shopping insights for Chrome. So Google is going to roll out shopping insights to help increase consumers' trust in prices they find on your online shop. So if you have a competitive price, Chrome will show an insights notification on their browser bar only on the desktop saying, hey, you got a good price. Also, I feel like at some point they're going to say, hey, you didn't get a good price. Here's an ad.
Yeah.
That's just the downside of me thinking that. But
We don't know what your price is. You got to go to the checkout.
okay. And Google Search has a new copy link where you can grab the link to the search results by hitting a paperclip icon in the upper right. RIP Clippy, long live Clippy. The example was for watches, and there was a Jaeger LaCouture watch for $120,000 that Barry Schwartz might have been shopping for there. But the example, you can just grab that list of products and send it to somebody else, and it copies it for you.
It's kind of smart.
Yeah, but is that a paperclip? It's a chain, isn't it? Like link.
Barry said paperclip.
I think
No, it's
Barry's
like
wrong.
a link symbol.
Yeah.
Barry said paperclip. Another article came out and was covered over on Search Engine Land about AI scraping. AI bot scraping doubled from Q3 to Q4 of 2024, but the click-through rates from AI remain abysmal, less than 1%. And according to the Tollbit AI user report, there was 96% less referral traffic during this time frame in Q4, but more scrapes. So good luck, publishers. Tell me when we need a petition. I'm here for you. Okay, there's also a study showing that AI search engines are confidently wrong far too often. This example was fairly shocking. It said that the majority of the responses, with the exception of Perplexity and Perplexity Pro, were wrong more often than they were right. So out of the accuracy, Perplexity Pro was number one, Perplexity was number two. Any guesses to the worst?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT was on the better side.
I can't guess. I've looked
Gemini.
at it.
Gemini was the worst, somehow worse than Grok.
Oh, God.
And Grok was just out there saying it was the best like
Sorry.
a month ago.
Yeah. Sorry to besmirch ChatGPT.
Guess that was completely incorrect.
Yeah, they are confidently wrong all the time.
All
Like,
the time.
why can't they just say, like, there should be a confidence level meter or something?
I agree with you.
That's cute. I like that.
I feel like people would like it. People just want authenticity and genuineness. And there's like a lack of that in everything, especially anything that's AI based. Any of those LinkedIn posts, I can just tell. I'm like, you didn't write this. You just put in a prompt and you don't even have a take and I don't even care and I'm not going to read it. Is it just me?
No, it's not
No.
just you.
Okay.
But I don't think an AI search engine could ever be genuine, though. It's like a personal trait.
Yeah,
That's
true.
true. Once
a
it starts
confidence-
being genuine, yeah, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
There was also some information on where the sources were coming from. And there was a big issue where Grok had the majority of articles coming from error pages.
Ooh.
Oh.
DeepSeek had the most wrong articles. That was the budget search engine that tanked NVIDIA stock. The one that had the most correct articles, however, somehow was DeepSeek. It's either hit or miss, I guess, with DeepSeek. Grok 2 did all right. And then Perplexity did okay. I don't know. You can go see it all over there. I just have to say something. I am like a big bias guy. And I feel like I say it all the time. When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And this study came from the Columbia Journalism Review. And they're about journalists, for journalists. Their mission statement is about moving journalism ahead. So take everything here with a grain of salt. I just want to say that. I have to say that. From Dario Zanoni, he spotted that you can now have more than 100 Google Analytics accounts in one email address. So that number moved from 100 to 300. It is a big deal if you're an agency and you have a shared account for all that. Okay, and then finally here, just a little feel-good story. When you think of Google, let's say, you're probably thinking like, do no evil, like they used to say.
Yeah.
Warm and fuzzies, good vibes.
Not for a while.
Well, Sundar Pichai put out a Twitter X that said, we've always thought of robotics as a helpful testing ground for translating AI advances into the physical world.
What?
Today, we're taking our next step in this journey with our newest Gemini 2.0 robotics models. Circle back to 2 stories ago where Gemini was the most incorrect, according to the Columbia Journalism Review. And they are making robots. So you can see a picture of a little Google robot here.
Aww.
And they're saying, we can do some of your most complex tasks for you, like tying your hecking shoes. I have not thought about tying my shoes outside of soccer. All my girls have their shoes untied, cleats untied all the time. And that's the only time I've ever think about it. It's like, I have to go quick, tie those shoes because your cleat's going to come off.
Yeah.
I've never once thought about tying my own shoes.
But remember when Google was the blind 5-year-old? Tying shoes would
Good
be
luck.
complicated.
So now none of us are going to know how to tie our shoes in 5 years.
I like this one packing a lunch for me. That would be helpful.
Do you know what that guy's actually going to do? That guy's actually going to be standing right behind Shep, hitting the apply all recommendations button.
That
You're going to be like, what should I do? And this Gemini 2.0 bot's going to come right over your shoulder. Boom, apply all.
Who would honestly live with a robot in their home?
Not me.
You are not safe with that robot in your home. He looks so nice because he doesn't have a mouth and he's just kind of like a cutie little robot.
Mm-mm.
And then the mouth is going to be added and it's going to be like zigzag.
It's going to suck your blood.
He's opening cans of soup and going like this, flipping them behind him.
He's
There's
not
no way.
packing your lunch. He's eating your lunch.
It's so important to me.
All right. Well, that was Robotics Corner. What is happening in social, Bud?
All right, first up at social this week, TikTok's ad revenue is booming, up almost 25% year over year. Global TikTok ad revenue is forecasted to hit $32.4 billion. And while the US makes up a big chunk of that, about $12 billion there is at stake if the app gets banned, its share of the overall ad revenue is expected to decline, dropping to about a third overall by 2026. This data is from Wark Media and also shows that worldwide TikTok usage is far exceeding Instagram. So food for thought. If it sticks around, it's never too late to get on the platform.
That sounds like a baseball analytics metric.
What's that?
Wark.
Walk,
It's like your calculated WAR.
which is,
Wins above replacement.
oh, is that a real thing? I was
Yeah.
going to try and make something up.
No.
But there's a C at the end.
I know, calculated.
Wins above
Combined.
replacement calculated. Got it.
Something like that.
I'm a big sports guy, so that totally
I
spoke to
know.
me.
You told me you're really into football. How'd that go? How was the season?
I mean, it was sad at the end there, but
You
I
think
was
about
happy that the Eagles won.
Bills off-season moves.
What are those?
No Mac Hollins,
Who's that?
the barefoot guy.
The guy who
Oh,
always dresses silly. Yeah.
He's gone?
Mhm.
My son's going to be so upset. He loves the barefoot guy.
But Josh Allen's going to get married.
That's a positive.
But they're going to have to play Mac Hollins twice a year. I'm sure you had that talk with your son already.
I didn't, but now I will. What team did he go to?
Patriots.
Oh,
Okay.
that hurts.
Noted. Tom Brady was on that team?
For a bit.
Sports. All right. Stick talking with the platform for a sec. Retailers rejoice. They are introducing some enhanced controls and options for managing shipping, returns, and delivery options for sellers. So again, if it sticks around, get excited for that.
Chuck, last TikTok shop purchase.
Never.
All right. Threads has been prompting users to add interest to their profile via a pop-up notification in the app. Some folks have then even seen those interests displayed kind of like tags on user profiles. So it looks like a play to get people to follow more users based on the types of things they're expected to post about, which seems fine. It would be cool if you could like filter your searches based on users, or if you could search and filter the results based on people interested in certain topics if you're looking to follow strangers and get more
Do
content.
you buy things on Temu, Shep?
No.
No? Do you?
I don't. You do though, right? Like a lot?
yes. I've slowed it down. It's just things I don't need.
Then why are you buying them?
Well, it's like a beach towel. I don't want to pay like a $15 for a beach towel when I can get and Mike Ryan, stop listening if you're listening right now because I know you hate Temu, but I can get like a corgi beach towel full of corgis for $6.
And is it made of tissues?
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's the thing. It's like low
I don't
quality.
want that.
I
Yeah.
can get like a goalie jersey for $6 instead of $50.
Didn't
like
you buy a bunch
personalized
of water bottles for your kids?
water bottles.
Don't you never
stickers.
know when it's going to come?
Never know when it's gonna come. Half the time it's unusable.
I just can't relate.
Finance.
Can I-
This is like I would buy from Temu if I had never heard this.
Can we not? I know we don't do shoot in the hack as much anymore. Can I do my next Temu reveal here in studio?
Sure.
Yeah.
See all the weird stuff I buy.
So is it they come so infrequently that it's like a surprise every time you forget what you ordered?
No, it's like I'll just like add stuff to it, and it's all stuff I don't want to pay a lot of money for. Like this sounds bad. I go to the Adirondacks. I wanted like a dragonfly clip on a hat so bugs don't land on my head. I like hiking. I like being outside. I don't like horse flies on my head. And you can get that for like $2.
Finally, Instagram's new video editing app, aptly named Edits, is getting close to launch. With that, they've shared some new features that users can be on the lookout for, such as the ability to manage multiple projects at once, which is nice if you have
Sounds
to
like a
pause.
resume.
I can manage multiple projects at once. But no, like say you're editing something and you have to stop and work on something else. Like you're not just editing one video at a time, which seems like a given, but I guess maybe it's not. And then a cutouts tool for isolating specific elements. So it's nice to see that they're giving creators tools they might actually use.
Yeah.
And this thing is free.
This is smart.
Yeah,
This will make more people use Reels.
I agree.
Shep, do you want to see my most recent Temu order?
Sure.
Okay, there you go.
One set of customizable youth soccer uniforms.
Yeah, that's amazing for $11.
Well, it's number 0. Who wants that?
It's gonna be number 99. It's gonna say Finn on the back.
Oh, these beach shorts are darling.
How cheap are they?
Are those are for your boy?
Yep.
I love them.
What's on them?
Price. Give me a price.
$5.87.
For swim trunks. Keep going. What else?
A sweat absorbing headband
Yeah, it's for
for
baseball.
$1.20. One pair of kids thickened towel bottoms. Ooh, trendy girls one piece swimsuit.
Yeah, swimsuits cost a lot of money. I don't want to pay $20. How much was that?
$5.37. Colorful printing headband fashion.
That's probably for the goalie jersey.
Air dry clay set.
Oh, that's a present.
Ooh.
Oh, what is this sleeping corgi's pillow?
Oh, that's a present too.
Okay, I gotta.
Okay.
Be
How-
quiet.
yeah, it's cheap.
I'm tired of cheap.
Yeah.
How about this? For 1 month, I get you 6 pieces from Temu.
I don't want
You
it.
give me your size, and I just pick out. I am your fashionista.
You never ask
for
a
the month.
lady her size.
No, you just input it somewhere, and then I'll make it work.
You're really gonna do it?
I will 1,000% do it. I only thing I request is you wear the outfits.
Yes.
Okay.
This is gonna be amazing.
I mean, if you're going to wear it for all of us to see.
Yeah, me and Julia will do it. So Julia can be like, no.
Okay.
And that brings us to our real life segment. Straight out of our accounts and into your ear holes. It's time for Working Hard or Hardly Working, where we talk about what's going on in our IRL work, good, bad, or otherwise.
For me this week, I have an account in Microsoft Advertising, almost said Bing Ads, that has never worked with smart bidding. It has like 100 conversions a month. And I tried it again for the first time in a few months, and it's working now. So I don't know if it got better but it's beating eCPC by CPA and volume. So
Who?
Congrats.
maybe a good time to give it a test.
For me, I really like the HubSpot sales extension for Gmail. It can track all my activity on deals and pop it right into that record in HubSpot. And I have to do very, very minimal things to make that happen. So really appreciate the level of organization and detail.
A lot of closed won deals there.
Quite a few, actually.
Woohoo.
I had like 3 last week.
Nice work.
Really proud. Thanks.
All right. And for me, just something I like. I know we talked about Perplexity being one of the most accurate AIs out there. I didn't know this, but there's an @Ask Perplexity account over on Twitter X, and you can just tag it and it will answer a question that you have. For example, Barry Schwartz had our It's New program on 3/11 go out, and it says AI search is just wrong. So I was trolling Barry, and I said, @Ask Perplexity, is this true? Seeing if they'd say it's wrong. And it gave a good answer. It's like AI search engines are fundamentally flawed or just misunderstood. The truth is somewhere in between, blah, blah, blah. But it's just funny. It's a fun way to make content, too.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says something crazy, I'm just be like, Is this
is
true?
true.
That's
And
funny.
ask Perplexity.
I like that it tagged you back too. It like understands how you behave on the internet.
I tried it today and it hasn't responded yet, though. So it might be under a little stress.
Now it's time for this week's ICYMI.
ICYMI people.
This is something you just might not have seen. Maybe something that you overlooked, but you shouldn't have.
ICYMI people this week, Olivia Corey from House.io published their full YouTube research report for 2025. She says it features incrementality data for 74 brands and 190 experiments conducted over the last 16 months. I don't know why I can't talk today. I saw this from Kirk Williams, who had a nice summary of it over on the Zato blog. So some key takeaways are that YouTube has fewer advertisers than Meta, and they're spending less on Facebook. So there's lots of untapped, less than what they are on Facebook. So there's still lots of untapped opportunity on YouTube. And a reason for this is that barriers to entry are higher on YouTube because you need to make the video ad. You don't necessarily have to do that for Meta. He also says that 2/3 of YouTube viewers are watching it on TV screens, which we talked about how more and more people are watching it on TV recently. So if you want to get all the insights for YouTube ads, be sure to check it out. We will have the link in our newsletter.
Now it's time for our must-read marketing article of the week. An article so advanced, so in-depth, so detailed that we simply cannot cover it in its entirety on today's show.
This week's must-read marketing article of the week comes from Cypress North and Callie Kessler. It's called How to Check What You're Spending on Brand Campaigns. And Callie goes through, talks about all the different ways, at least with the campaigns types that we can see spend data on, aka not PMax, how you can look at some of that brand spend and really see if it's that incremental, scalable stuff in there. And there was one example that she put on there that I'm going to steal from her and use on all my clients. She says, why you shouldn't allocate all your spend to brand. I know this. We know this. Literally was on a call with a different agency this week, and they're like, we would love to spend our money on brand. And I was like dying inside. We don't do PPC for them. We only do organic help. And I was like, well, why would you want that? Just to make your numbers look better. Not to make anything actually better for the client, just so the in-platform numbers look better.
Your numbers are going to look bad when you get fired.
Anyway, she says, imagine this. You own a brick and mortar store. Would you stand outside and give $5 to every person about to walk in? Probably not, because they're already on their way in, ready to shop. They don't need that extra incentive. Similarly, we shouldn't pour all of our ad spend into people who are already searching for a brand. These users are likely already loyal or ready to purchase, so you're essentially paying for customers who are on the verge of converting anyway. Goes on to talk about brand protection, necessary evil, everything like that. But go check it out if you are trying to make that case of spending to make your in-platform metrics look worse, which is what good advertisers do.
And now on to our playlist of curated songs to work to. You can head over to playlist.marketingoclock.com to listen to Marketing a Playlist. I will be adding Zombie Boy by Lady Gaga.
Oh, how's the new album?
I don't know. She takes herself real serious.
Okay.
It's like very serious.
You that, right?
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Best Friends by Banks off the new album.
Jess?
Mine this week goes out to Heather Monahan, our content manager here at Cypress North, and my dear friend here on planet Earth. It is Bad Omens, The Drain.
She's also a big fan of Lady Gaga. All right, that does it for today's show.
Is she a fan of Taylor Swift?
No,
she's
she's with me.
disrespectful. And she won't watch Wicked, but she says it doesn't deserve an Oscar.
She's waiting to watch Wicked when it comes out.
It is out.
It's debatable, I think.
Because part 2 isn't out?
I don't know.
Listen, I am trying to uplift her in this moment, and y'all are tearing her down. I'm
Well,
with you, Heather.
The
Taylor
good
Swift
news is
sucks.
it's now officially not Marketing O'Clock.
Thanks for listening.
We miss you already.
And we can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Marketing O'Clock. If you're looking for more information on today's topics, head over to marketingoclock.com/newsletter to receive every single article we covered. We share the news as it breaks in our Discord community. Head over to community.marketingoclock.com to join.
Keep it